Hi, this is me, and this is my English project. First of all, I want to tell you how I spent hours thinking about what can I do for an English project. I was sitting, thinking, but eventually I got bored. In order not to get bored to death, I decided to watch YouTube. And you know, I found some inspiration. The beginning. Now, I want to tell you about my life. I was born. Wait, let's start a little bit earlier. My parents first met in the early 90s. They were young, beautiful. Short time after, they fell in love with each other and soon got married. That's the way I was born. Childhood. I had a perfect childhood. At least, that's what my mother says. I can't complain about it nevertheless. I really had everything a child could ask. My mother spent most of her time with me. We never quarreled. My dad used to be away most of the time. He was establishing some business with his older brother in Moscow. He flew there alone, although he called my mom to come with him. Mom refused to fly because Dad didn't want me to come. He thought a little child like me would bother his living because there was a few space flat in Moscow. And Mom won't naturally leave me as a child for a pretty long time. So there were certain difficulties that time. Going to school. When I was 6 and about to go to school, my parents got divorced. I didn't really realize what it meant then. Thankfully to them, I didn't witness any quarrels. Still, I don't know why they got divorced. At school, I did quite well. Unfortunately, there was a bully from the high class who picked on me. After several visits to the headmaster, the problem was solved. I had different adventures back then. Life still was a pleasant existence to me, except the homework, which was a pretty annoying task. Almost every evening, I was forced to do it. In the 4th grade, I switched school to the one I'm learning in now. Friends. I didn't have much friends. Well, I had only one best friend with whom I communicated the most. A childhood friend. To be honest, I always thought that the best friend is a very important character in your life. He's your reflection, a keeper of your secrets, the one who understands you silently. Earlier, I had thought about friends and designation in my life a lot. In different periods of my life, I had different friends who met me in my behaviors. Now, I don't have friends who match the description of a best friend, but I have much friends with whom I can chat and share my thoughts. Recently, I came up with the idea that people can be compared with books. You can read them, seek deep sense. Life turns into an enormous library, with books filling the shelves. Years past are the shelves you came by. Unfortunately, in my library, I haven't found my handbook yet. First love. I first fell in love when I was 12. Girls started to attract me much earlier though, but every form of attraction I felt before wasn't the same as it was this time. Everything inside me was burning in the flame of passion. This was very odd because I couldn't think about anything except her. And suddenly, it all ended. All the beautiful feelings were gone, although I still felt something warm about her. And ever since, love's come to me without knocking. Maybe because every time it's different. I can't even tell you what love is, because my feelings towards various people differ very much. Meantime, I change. I change a lot. I change the world I live in, and it changes me. Every book read makes me think. My thoughts alter their reality. Sometimes, a story of a single man could be more valuable than a story of a whole ethnos. I'm not claiming this little clip to be much of a value. This is just a brief view on my life. It doesn't tell you about some exciting moments of my life, but it could just get us more familiar.